This piece of work was created for Chessington World of Adventures. Now, working from the designer's drawings and images, we make a working model. We have created this from plaster Paris and we've cut it up into 25mm sections. And then we have translated it into 2-foot sections, as you can see here in polystyrene. Once we have the 2-foot polystyrene sections cut, I go to work with a chainsaw and hot wire. Always great fun as usual. Now we build it up in sections without actually gluing the 2-foot sections together, and that's mainly so I can work on ground level and build it up and stack it. First of all, I work on the overall form and dimensions of the sculpture itself, and then I start to draw on the detail. First of all, I worked on the headrest, and then I worked on the face, and then the detail around the headrest itself and the ears. I like to actually work on whole units as individual pieces, and then actually stack them together as one unit at the very end. I often work late into the evening, as I find that I work best of an evening for some reason. The morning's not a good time for me, but I also like to work on my own, and I can get an awful lot done without having to please like anybody else. So in some ways it's quite selfish, but also quite rewarding. As you can see here, I'm putting on the detail into the headrest, and it's sort of shallow relief because it wants to look as if it's been carved from stone. Sometimes it can be quite frustrating, as I wanted to see the whole face as one complete sculpture, but this particular unit that I was hiring out wasn't tall enough, so we had to play it by ear. Now when it comes to actually completing the faces, they actually wanted to make them look as if they've been like individually carved and they're decaying it in a different fashion. So when it comes to the mould, we actually added clay to the moulds and then took them out, so the actual faces looked as individual carvings. Then we got it to site and painted, and the whole thing had to look as if it's been there many years, and it was very ancient. It was a long-term situation where there was meant to be ivy creeping up its face, parts of it were falling out, and once the foliage on the actual ride was taking place, it would kind of grow into its surroundings and kind of get lost, so it wasn't the main feature, which was a really nice idea. On the Dragon River ride, when you go through the Dragon's Mouth, you end up on the top of this slope, and then you come down and there's this massive crescendo at the end of it, and people are viewing and taking photographs, and this is a nice feature to end on. Once again, a real learning curve, but I enjoyed it very much.